You're here with the Canton Junkie. I'm live at First Monday Trade Days. That's in Canton, Texas. And I'm coming to you live from, it's kind of where Antique Alley and Famous Vendor Fields kind of all overlap. And when I set up, I was completely in the shade, but now I am completely in the sun. So I'm going to hold my umbrella up here so that you can still get the visual of the vendors in the back and shoppers. But I'm going to at least put a little shade on myself because that's some hot Texas sun. So really briefly, why I do this, which is that's one of the questions I get the most. Why are you doing this? Well, I love Canton, duh. But the other thing is I just wanted to be a place where you could go to find out more, plan your trip, feel like you knew what to expect before you got here if you're new. And if you're returning, maybe there's a bunch of stuff you've never, a bunch of sections you've never been to, or maybe you're a vendor and you get customers asking you questions all the time about where things are and you don't know. So I want to be like a hub for information and a place where you can ask questions, because the entities that run this, they just don't necessarily answer questions. I'm not sure why. So I want to be someone who's going to be available to help as much as possible and answer your questions. That said, we have a Q&A at the end, so if you have any questions about Canton or anything related to it, go ahead and drop a question in the comment box and we'll get to that at the end. Let's see here. I've got my notes here, just checking what we've got. So I have this Instagram and a YouTube channel full of information for newbies and veteran Cantonites alike, so check that out. It's under the Canton Junkie on both of those. Okay, let's see. So this month, attending this month was up in the air. I had no idea if I was attending. So the last 2 weeks, you know, I start to get prepared and I want to post things online about the show, but the last 2 weeks, every single day, it kept hopping between, yes, we're going, no, we definitely can't go. Yes, we're going, no, we can't go. So yesterday at 5 p.m., we finally realized we could get here. So that was fun. So many things. The reason is because of we own and operate, my husband and I own and operate a business, a service business where we live, and staffing's been a bit of a thing. And then also one of my main manager girls was becoming a grandmother for the first time yesterday. I'm not sure how she's old enough to be a grandmother, but she is. And so she had her daughter had her first baby yesterday. And so we've been on baby watch. So there's just been a lot going on. And just didn't know if we were going to have staffing, could make it, all that good stuff. Let's see. Oh, yeah, so I like to come in on Thursday or sometimes Wednesday, depending on the month. And, you know, just start checking everything out, see who's here, see what's here. Start shopping, of course, start getting video. I usually like to get my video on the slower days because the weekend days get really packed. It can be hard to, like, see the stuff because all you see is the backs of people. So we didn't get a chance to do that because I live a few hours away and we had to come in. We got in at 9 p.m. last night. So this morning I did a quick whip around in this place. The first like 45 minutes I'm just flying through here trying to see who's here, excuse me, what's here, how many vendors have shown up in the Texas summer heat. We'll get to all that in a minute. Okay, so let's see here. Let me see what we got. Oh, so we need to review how to do Canton in the heat. Because if you show up unprepared, you are not going to last very long. As you see, I have my umbrella. Creating your own shade out here is key. Like, I can go around like this for a long time. It's just so great. So, but being in full sun, you're not going to last very long. Plus sunburn. Let's just put that out there. So, umbrella and sunscreen, very vital to enjoying yourself out here. Also, hydration, of course. There's plenty of places to get drinks. I bring a cooler. I've got my cooler back here. I have frozen water bottles in it that I actually just like put in my lap. It just keeps my whole body temperature cooler. And I bring other ones to drink, of course. But I've got a whole cooler full of frozen waters and all sorts of other beverages just to keep hydrated. Let's see. Oh, and I brought my neck fan. I don't have it on yet because there's actually a very nice breeze this morning, but I recommend this style of neck fan with the actual fan heads, and they have these on Amazon. I probably should do like a link to them, but I don't do that stuff, so you can just find them, just neck fan on Amazon. And let's see what else. I got all my notes right here. Oh, a cooling towel or even just a regular towel and keeping it wet while you're out here would really help. Knowing where to take air-conditioned breaks is a huge part. There are places with air conditioning out here, but there's not many, and there's some distance between them, so you have to kind of plan it out. So the first place that you can go for an air-conditioned break is the Civic Center. It's also the largest area with air conditioning. So that is in the famous vendor fields. It's on like, I would say, what is this? The southwest corner, I think, of the whole grounds is the Canton Civic Center. In there, they have collectibles, antiques, all sorts of stuff to shop for, tools, lots of jewelry, cowboy boots, vinyl. There's lots of shopping to do in there, but it also is just great to go in and cool off for a few minutes if you need to do that. They have regular bathrooms with a bathroom attendant. They have concessions and a place to sit down. So that's a great spot to take breaks in during the day. A couple other places, the Twiggs Red Barn has air conditioning. The Dixie House over by Pavilion 6000 is air conditioned. Martha's Restaurant by the original Pavilions has AC. Now last time I was here, I overheard someone talking about a fifth place that had air conditioning, and I forgot to write it down because I'm like, oh, I'll remember. I cannot remember. I don't know what it was. If you know of any other facilities out here that have AC, please drop me a note. I would love to get that info out to other people and, well, for myself too. Okay, what else we got here? Oh, one more note about how to do Canton in the heat. Not the best month to bring your dog. I do not recommend bringing your dog this month and for the next 2 months at all. I have seen some pups out here. Hopefully they're prepared with ways to keep their dog cool, but it's hot for us, it's hot for them. They can stay home in the air. Why not? They're dogs. They want to stay on the couch in the air while you're here. Okay, plan of attack. Now, if you're coming out here, you gotta think ahead about where to shop when, because it's going to get really hot soon. So my recommendation is first to shop the uncovered, no tree areas where it's direct sun. Shop those first with your umbrella. And then after that, there are some tree covered areas like the famous vendor fields. I'm looking at it right now. So it's tree covered, but still has some spots of direct sun. And then once it gets just really hot, that's when you can head inside in the covered buildings. Now they're not like fully enclosed, and sometimes they can get extremely hot because there's no moving air. That does happen sometimes, but it's covered, so no direct sun. And if you have a neck fan on and a frozen bottle of water, your temperature should be pretty good. So that's just my recommendation of how to be out here the longest today or during other hot days. Okay, checking my notes here. And in these hot temperatures, not everyone's going to stay. Not all the vendors are going to stay all day. There are a few areas that require their vendors to stay till 5 o'clock. You might see them wrap up about 4:30. But a lot of these places don't have that regulation. So you're going to see like the outdoor vendors probably call it a day at about 1:30 or 2 o'clock today. Because it's going to be hot. The crowds are going to really thin, especially the outdoor crowds. So if you're wanting to shop the outdoor and junk vendors, definitely the first thing in the morning this weekend or during hot months. First thing in the morning is what you'll want to do. And let's see, I'm just trying to check my notes, but I can't really see them in this direct sun. I don't want to forget anything. Oh yeah, so the vendor turnout. So like I said this morning, I did a really quick whip around to see who all was here. And it is sparser than, the busiest months of the year, but it's the heat. They're worried about low sales. They're worried about probably just personal, health in the heat. So it is going to be a little thinner in between out here. In the covered buildings as well. Some of those vendors aren't going to be here, but that's one of the main reasons I recommend a scooter. I'm sitting on my scooter right now because if you see a vendor off in the distance, you can just zip over there and shop their booth. No matter what, no matter how hot it is, or if they're in direct sun and you've got your umbrella, it's just so much easier to get around. Plus it makes its own breeze. Zipping around on your scooter keeps you cool. Okay. Oh, one silver lining for the heat. Ladies, you don't need to worry about makeup. It's all gonna melt off anyway. I have mascara on, and that is a nice, easy morning this morning. Plenty of time to head on over to Pony Espresso and get my coffee this morning because I don't have to worry about a face of makeup. My hair took 5 minutes. Probably looks like it took 5 minutes, but out in this heat, it's not a beauty pageant. So there's no need to worry about your hair and makeup, ladies. It's hot. Let's just be comfortable and safe in the heat. Okay, let's see. What am I wearing this month? I do a segment on like what I'm wearing and what vendors I got it from. Well, oh wait, I am wearing some. I was gonna say I'm not wearing anything. I lied. My flip-flops, my slides. These are from J10 on Boardwalk 1 in the Arbors. I bought them on like clearance, I think, in the winter, fall, so I'm not sure if she has these, but she's got fantastic shoes. And I'm actually heading over there today to check out her shoe selection. That's all I'm wearing today, though. I am planning on shopping some of the clothing vendors this afternoon, looking for a few things. Scouted out a few booths this morning, some really cute clothes, so I'm looking forward to shopping those today. I did already make a purchase this morning, though. I couldn't pass this up. You know I love me a cheerleader cone. Let's see, can I get it in there? There we go. Got me a cheerleader cone. I think this is my, you know, my most prized just goodie from Canton is a really big cheerleader cone, and I have it in my living room, so I'm excited to put this one with it. I just think it's fun. It's simple. I like the graphics. I like the colors. My name is neither Florence nor Debbie. That's okay. Okay, and we're doing questions and answers here in just a few minutes. If you have any last minute questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments below. If you are coming out anytime to First Monday, make sure you get the First Monday app. It is called Trade Day Navigator. It's fantastic. It's done by independent people who are fantastic at making maps. So it's called Trade Day Navigator. There are no ads on it, so you do not have to worry about pop-ups or anything annoying like that. Ooh, this sun is getting hot right here, y'all. Ooh. About to put my neck fan on. And, and the Trade Day Navigator app, it's got such great maps. There's a lot of great features. One of them is you can drop a pin where you parked. So at the end of the day, you know exactly where you're going for your car. Huge. All right, y'all. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Helps me do what I'm doing, get the word out about Canton, helps more people be informed about it. But please subscribe. It helps populate it for more people. And takes, what, 10 seconds to hit the subscribe button. Okay, let's do our questions and answers, because by the way, I'm getting really hot. And I'm ready to find some shade. Like I said, I set up in the shade, but it has moved quickly and the shade is way back there now. Okay, don't mind me, no makeup. Okay, let's see what we've got for questions, if any. Lots of people watching. Okay, Crystal says, found you on YouTube, haven't been since I was a kid, and we're now planning a trip. You've been such a great help, thank you. That's awesome, Crystal. Yeah, First Monday's been around for 150 years, and things do morph over time. You know, it's very much the same if you're here a couple times a year, but things do morph and change, and it's nice to get like a fresh update on what's going on and what you can expect. So lots of great videos on YouTube if you're planning a trip to get prepared. That's awesome. I'm excited for you. Hopefully you're not, hopefully you're coming soon. Let's see what we've got. Okay, I've got another person. Insta Ortega says the shops on the hill have AC. Shops on the hill. Ah, that was it. That was the 5th place they told me about. I'm like, what are the shops on the hill? That's the East Gate. There is, over by the East Gate, there is this really like kind of steep ramp, and there's all sorts of little stores in there. There's like a pet boutique, clothing stores, children's stores. Those are stores with air conditioning. Thank you. That was the 5th place. Okay, let's see. Another question. Do you think pricing is different or better in the higher heat months with being a smaller crowd trying to move inventory? Yes, there are differences. So in the hot months, I have scored some really fantastic pieces at anywhere from half to 50% off, I guess you could say, to 75% off. on like the antiques and junk, because these people, and it wasn't even me asking them to go lower. It was them offering really good prices because they want to move their inventory. They need to make, you know, their sales, whatever their quota is for themselves for that month, and the crowds are less. Now, on the other side of that is, being that there are some less vendors here, you know, we're all like going towards the ones that are here. So it's a little condensed, so everyone who's coming, does that make sense? Like, we're all going to the same vendors since there's less of them in these hot months. But yeah, I don't think like the people selling new things, unless they're having a summer sale, they're just going to have whatever things are tagged at. But I think so. I think you're right. Like, the crowds are smaller and people need to make their sales. They're willing to go for better prices for their shoppers. Yeah. Supply and demand, or whatever that economy thing is. Okay. She said makes sense. Good, because I'm rambling. Okay, I think that's all of our questions today. Thank you. I love being able to answer or help or whatever. Okay, so what are we doing today? We essentially just got here, so I've got plenty of looking around, some shopping, some video stuff I need to do, and we're definitely gonna get moving so we can get some airflow going. So thanks for watching, y'all. And if you're watching in replay, you can still ask questions and I'll still answer them. And hope to see you out here soon at First Monday Trade Days. Bye, y'all.